Hello and good morning. This is Rudraksh, and in this video I am going to talk about my Graphical Application Development Project 2. This project is a financial data plotter that can take any bunch of data from Yahoo Finance and plot it on the screen. So let's get into it. Now, the program is coded using C Sharp and it is made using Visual Studio 2012, as you could see. The program starts with a blank gray screen, and on the toolbar at the top we can see there is a button. This button is used to open two windows. One, the window for drawing the graph, and second, the window for manipulating the properties of the graph. So let's click it. Now, the file at the bottom, the get file button at the bottom, is used to get the file from the Yahoo Finance. You can download it, and that file is used to plot the data on this graph. So let's get the file. I have pre-downloaded a file which is of Apple stocks, and this file I'm going to use to plot the data. And I'm using VMware right now, so I am sorry for the inconvenient lag. But yes, we have now the data that is plotted. As you can see, this data is plotted from a certain point to a certain point. These endpoints are decided by this part of the control bar, which is the start date and the end date. The start date determines from which part of the entire data should the data be plotted on the graph, and the end date determines from which part of the entire data should the plotting stop. So if I, let's say, want to add a month, let's say it's November 8, 2013. Let's say I want to go till January 2014. So I'll just add 2 months. So you can see that the data was added, and in real time the new graph was plotted at this point. Let's say if it is January 14 and I want to go back a bit. So let's say I take December 2013. You saw in real time the data goes back from 2014 January to 2013 December, and the data is removed and the graph is replotted. The same we can do for the lower bound, which is this point. Let's say we want to add some, let's say it's October 2011. Let's say I want to go for a month before, so, or one more month before, 2 months before. So now we have data from August 2011 to December 2013. But if I want to add it, if I want to go back from, not from August, but from September, I can do the same. Now, let's zoom in to the graph and see more about it. So let me change the coordinates so we can zoom in. 826, 591, and 455. So now we can see the graph is zoomed in, and this is the entire graph. Now from here we can see a few more properties of this graph. First, we can change the value, which you can change the format of the graph. So by default it is selected to candlesticks, but we can change it to high, low, close, or we can just change it to a dot for a close. And let's go back to the candlestick, and let's say if you want to add a moving average. Now, one of the most important ways to analyze a data is with the help of moving averages. So let's add a moving average with, say, 10 number of days. You can have any number of days you want, and as soon as you click on the button, a moving average is created in real time. And not just that, this moving average terminates at the point where the graph terminates. So at this point the graph is terminated and the moving average terminates at this point. But let's say if you want to like go to January again, January 2014, the graph is replotted, and in real time the moving average is replotted and the graph is replotted. It can be the same for the back side of the graph, that is the lower bound of the class. And we can have one more moving average. Let's say you want to have multiple moving averages. Let's say one is a 5. That's one more. Let's say if you want to add 15. Could be anything. So 15. So that's a 15 number of days. moving average. And mind well, this is a simple moving average, so it's just taking 15 days and averaging them and giving the result on the screen. So this function, so basically this program does the following things. It can change the way it is represented. It can get a file from a financial data analysis website, or for example Yahoo, and the file has to be inserted in format, so I would prefer that you download it from Yahoo and Yahoo financial data, and it can plot it. On the left hand side, that is the graph form window. With the graph control form window, we can control the bound points of the graph, the start date, the end date, and also add moving averages to the graph. But let's say if you want to remove the moving averages, then just press reset and all the moving averages are gone and we are back with the raw graph data. Thank you for watching. This is my program. Have a nice day.